New today, the U.S. Air Force Thunderbirds arrived in Rochester. You might have caught this flyover that they did to make their presence in town known. The Thunderbirds will be performing with more than a dozen other planes this weekend in the Rochester International Air Show. News 10 NBC's Jennifer Lukey was on the tarmac for their arrival and spoke with the airport director about how the show itself will impact commercial flights coming in and out of the airport in the coming days.
It is quite an experience to be out here on the tarmac at the airport as the Thunderbirds fly over and then come in, land, and pull up here. They are the first of more than a dozen planes that will be coming here to the Rochester airport over the course of the next few days.
And while those planes are performing, commercial flights at the airport itself will be impacted.
When the F-35 is up in the air and when the Thunderbirds are up in the air, there will be no flights coming and going out of Rochester for that gap of time. That's where the airlines have moved or scheduled their flights around that certain block of time.
There are a handful of flights that will still be able to come and go throughout the course of the air show.
During some downtime for 15 or 20 minutes, the air boss who controls the airspace for the air show and working with our air traffic control team will allow flights to arrive and depart during that time.
If you're booked on one of them,
if you're coming to the airport for a flight on Brooks Avenue, you really shouldn't have any problems off of 390 and Brooks. There may be a little heavier traffic, so give yourself a couple extra minutes. But certainly on Scottsville Road, Bean Road, and Paul Road, there are going to be closures of those roads at certain times.
If you get there early, at least you'll get a good view of what's going on the airfield.
You know, we've got a rich tradition of air shows here in Rochester, so they're very experienced with these types of situations and these types of events.
Bottom line, if you have a flight scheduled at the airport this weekend, the timing should work out because of all the pre-planning that has happened between the airport and the air show. At the airport on the tarmac with the Thunderbirds, Jennifer Lukey, News 10 NBC.
Oh, that was an exciting assignment, right? If you have a drone, there are temporary flight restrictions in effect this weekend for the air show. From Friday until Sunday at 6 p.m., drone flights are prohibited within 5.5 nautical miles of the airport. So let's go in depth, shall we, on the Thunderbirds. They're stationed at Nellis Air Force Base in Nevada. The Thunderbirds have performed in Rochester 4 times in the last 12 years, most recently in 2023. A portion of the proceeds from the air show will benefit the Sonny Mike Foundation, which helps veterans throughout our community.